Oh, no.
Who's Josh? Jackavoo. 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 Who's Josh? Jackavoo. Who's Josh? Jackavoo. Who's Josh? Jackavoo. Jackavoo.
Josh Jackaboo, the comic. Josh Jackaboo, the comic. Josh Jackaboo, the comic. He's like Puerto Rican or something. Josh Jackaboo, the comic. He's like Puerto Rican or something. Josh Jackaboo, the comic. He's like Puerto Rican or something.
Who's Josh? Jackavoo.
Hey, it's Tuesday night here. Welcome to a fresh new episode of a podcast that many people will not be listening to, including the U.S. population. If I'm lucky, maybe one person might listen to it, but I continue to do the show because, well, what else am I going to do? Not much is going on. To recap you, if you did not listen to the last episode, why would you? You have a life. Pretty much, I had a third date with a woman that I met off Plenty of Fish. We went to the movies, and she gave me a hand job during the movies while I played with her tits and pussy. Everything was going great. We had a drink, and then I dropped her off. And as I was dropping her off home, she said, hey, you can, if you find a spot, we can get freaky. So I found she told me where to park. I parked, and we had car sex. We did some things in my back seat that many would find illegal in public. And then I guess beforehand she was upset because she wanted a relationship, and it does say on my Plenty of Fish profile that I am looking for a relationship, but I did not consider myself to lie. I didn't lie about it. It did say that, and I am not looking for a relationship, but I just wanted to date. I wasn't looking just for a one-time thing. I said, we could date for a while. And she said she was serial monogamous, whatever. She only wants relationships. And even after all that, she still wanted to have sex. Even though she knew in her head she didn't want to see me again. And I said, you know what, let me just drop you off home. You know what I mean? Forget it. And she said, no, let's do this. So she wanted it more than I did. So we had sex in the back seat of my car. And then I dropped her off. And then she told me, yeah, text me when you get home. And I said, okay. And I texted her when I got home. I turned my phone off. The next day, I didn't get a text from her. Okay, no big deal. A few hours go by. I decide, you know what, I'm going to send her another text, something we talked about. She told me to send her some picture on a date we had. So I sent her this picture, and that was it. I never heard from her again. I decided not to text her anymore. I left her alone. My guess is she just, two reasons. One, she wanted the relationship. And two, I was so probably awful because of my lack of experience that she just said, you know what, that guy sucked, and there's obviously way better cock out there, which there is. There's always remember guys, there's always a better cock out there. Okay? You don't have the biggest, baddest cock on the block. There's always another cock out there that's better. And these girls know that. So that happened on the last episode. And to be honest with you, I liked her. When I say I liked her, I didn't like her as a girlfriend, but I liked her. We had fun together. She was very freaky. She gave amazing head, and I'm not just saying that. I've had, a bad blowjob or two. She gave really good head. She was a great girl, but I didn't want a relationship, and that's it. So last night I did some salsa lessons. I went out and met some other girls to get my mind off her, because I was thinking about it a little bit. And today I texted this girl from Temple. I met her at Temple campus. No, not the monks. And we were supposed to hang out, but I guess she wasn't interested, so she flaked. So I'm back to jerking off again, folks. The Jerk Off Loner Podcast is the name of this show. Well, let's get to some topical news. Alright, like I said, not much is going on in my life. The Pope is coming this week, and I'm not happy about it because, Well, my class got canceled Thursday. I take a class at community college. Awesome. But my class got canceled Thursday, which is cool. But I'm worried about my thing. My thing is when I go out Friday and Saturday night, and I do my little partying thing. You know what I mean? I go out, and I harass girls, and I drink, and all that stuff, and get my sober interviews and stuff. I'm looking at this picture of all these little girls with these expensive cell phones. My cell phone is an Android phone. It costs a couple $100. It sucks. These little girls are like not even 10 years old, and they have iPhones, and it really is sad. My parents just never tried on me. Well, the Pope visits Maryland today, and where he's going the next 6 days, well, I'll tell you he's going. He's going to Philadelphia. You son of a bitch, because I live here and I know. Chicago's mayor gives ultimatum and blunt tax proposal. Raheem Emanuel, he's laying down the law. He's cutting down the budget. These shortfall city faces. Jeb Bush slams Clinton. Well, yeah, they're all going to slam each other. They're all trying to run for the, the candidates. Major city declares emergency over homelessness. A $100 million program to shelter for its 26,000 impoverished. Some are saying is to blame. It shows a bunch of poor black women walking around homeless. So what major city is this? I'm going to say Detroit. Detroit is it's Los Angeles. Okay, Los Angeles. But Detroit is another fucked up city, but I was not close. But Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick, they're on the couples list. Alright, I did not want to know that. Girl dies after doctors thought she had a vomiting bug. When Gemma Louise, 13, began feeling sick on a family vacation, doctors allegedly misdiagnosed her, and 1 week later she died. Why tampons may be to blame. So these doctors thought she had some vomiting bug. Turned out it was the blood bug in her snatch, which is terrible to say because this girl's only 13, and she passed away. Her condition deteriorated, her parents say. She was rushed to a nearby hospital, and a week later she died. So that's a sad story. These doctors, they should be sued. Chilling details emerge in a mass murder of family. Authorities uncover new evidence that points a foul play over a house fire in South Dakota left a family of 6 dead last week. It looks like a nice white family. Damn it! Why does it have to be the white family that dies? I'm just kidding. That's terrible. Incredible surprise at wedding left bride in tears. Kristen's father, a deputy, was killed in 2009. When the bride asked one of his colleagues to walk her down the aisle, he did much more than that. Touching moment during the dance. Alright, so I really don't care to hear the answer. Ryan Reynolds, who, by the way, I saw the movie in the last episode, which you guys have listened to. I saw the movie Scorch Trials, Maze Runner 2, which is like a sci-fi thriller type movie. And I saw trailers for new movies coming out next year. Ryan Reynolds is in this superhero movie. He's in this like red costume. It looks so... The humor in the trailer is so bad. None of it's funny. But in this article it says here, he was forced to cut out a close friend for a horrible reason. He was to protect his young daughter James with wife Blake Lively. But so yeah, I mean, I loved him in Van Wilder. I thought he was great in that movie. And he was also great in Waiting. I love those two movies. But man, this movie coming out is awful. Azealia Banks goes ballistic on a flight attendant. Oh shit. The rapper flipped out on a late night flight and started a brawl over her baggage with flight attendants, who she called inappropriate names. So you can see the video. So let me guess. So she turns out she really does have some baggage there, folks. And I really hate that. I hate TMZ. I hate that guy's voice that does the articles. Well, Azealia Banks. He sounds like that guy on radio you listen to, the Morning Zoo guy. You just want to smack in the head just for talking so stupid, you know. Families transform abandoned plane into a home. That's pretty fucking badass. Imagine living in a plane. Like, fuck this shit. I got the window seat. Man accused of killing Freeman's granddaughter pleads not guilty. So it turns out he doesn't think he's that guilty from killing his granddaughter. What else we got? This woman's a model? I'm sorry, but she is terrible looking. That's like me being a model. Oof. Ray Lewis caught a humiliated moment on TV. Sometimes ESPN reporters work the phones live on the air, but we didn't know what Lewis was doing in Monday's broadcast. He won't let this down. So I guess he was caught playing with his phone. He was caught texting. Oh, not on the job, man. So, also, there's a funny video going out there. If you guys haven't seen it, go to World Star Hip Hop and look for the video of the Walmart employee who got caught masturbating. The black guy holding the camera or the phone, his reaction is funny. He goes, "You were jerking off, man, weren't you?" The guy's like, No. He goes like, Yeah, you were jerking off. This is a touching moment. A 92-year-old's move for dying wife will melt your heart. So this guy sung to his 92-year-old wife who's dying. And that really is touching. I mean, listen, I make a lot of jokes. That really is... I would watch the video, but you guys don't want to hear me cry. That's not going to get my viewership up, you know? Let's see. Florina reveals her thoughts on a Muslim president. You don't want to sound racist, so you want to say, I think it's wonderful. I think we should have a Muslim president one day, just not for another 50 years, because they're pretty violent right now. Let's see, what else is going on? Is there anything else? Okay, so that's not it for the show. That's it for this segment. Tomorrow night, I think I'm going to try to go to the Tap Room in Haddonfield, New Jersey. I tried to go there last week, but there was traffic. I don't know, and I got impatient, so I went to the Crooked Eye Brewery. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to go to the Tap Room and then swing over to the Comedy Cabaret, or I might just go to Cabaret. Either way. Once again, this is the first and the worst podcast in Philadelphia. This is your favorite show you don't listen to, and make sure you subscribe to my 2 YouTube channels. I have one, it's Josh Jack, J-A-K, and the other one's J-A-K, Jack Attack. I know I suck at picking names, but subscribe to those 2 channels, because I've been uploading content on them, and working hard. So if you haven't, subscribe, let me know, subscribe back to you, and keep listening to find out what happens next. Welcome to Jack to the Boomer, episode 7, live after the Comedy Cabaret show before we get thrown out. I'm Josh Jacobou, my co-host, Rod Goat Sperlin.
Hi, everybody!
That's Rod. And we got a special guest tonight. We didn't expect this to happen, but we had somebody come through who we didn't expect to come.
We did! It was spectacular.
It was wonderful, and a lot of people seemed to enjoy it. So without further ado, he doesn't have a lot of time. He's got a plane actually parked in the Cabaret parking lot.
Yes!
So
helicopter.
Let's give him up here.
Helicopter,
Please give it up for Open Mic Trump, everybody.
Open Mic Trump. Mr. Trump.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's an honor, sir. It's an honor. Right here in the middle.
It's actually a G12. A lot of people don't know about that. They think there's a G6.
I thought it was a helicopter.
No, it's the G12.
How do you take a plane off?
The airport, you don't know about this. There's planes, they fly. It's very important people.
Yes, so it was an honor for you to come out. We always knew you were funny. The way you said that Rosie O'Donnell line against that brother was just... we knew you were a comedian.
Yeah, she's a pig. She's an animal.
An absolute big animal.
I don't know how people could say you're not good to women.
I am a generous lover. Very generous.
Giver.
Always, not on the face. Near the face, not on the face. I'm very...
You never declare bankruptcy on any woman's vagina?
No. I don't give up on it.
You simply use the laws that exist to help you marry young women.
He doesn't need Viagra either. His Taj Mahal always rises, folks.
Always the best.
He's the hardest, the best, the hugest erection.
Huge, absolutely huge.
Huge like Rosie O'Donnell, huge.
Yes.
Huge, bigger.
He can feel you. He can feel Rosie O'Donnell.
Bigger.
You can feel her when you make love to her.
Absolutely.
That's how big you are.
I don't want to, but I do.
You touch wall, vaginal wall. Is that true?
It's true.
What's some of the stuff you were talking about on stage tonight? Just for the people who missed it, because I wish we had this recorded. We can't believe that you stopped by like this.
What an honor.
I'm a humble guy. I don't like to brag. I don't want to make a big deal about it. Stop by the little people, say hi, and just, I want to make the Comedy Cabaret great again. You know, a lot of people say it's in the dumps, it's poo-poo. That's not true. It was great before. It'll be great again.
You're going to make the Comedy Cabaret great again.
Absolutely.
That's what you're trying to say.
We're going to have the best people, the best comedians, the best jokes, the best writers, good timing.
The best signage?
The best signage.
No.
There's going to be lights. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge.
I don't believe we're ever going to have the best signage. Can we say that, Josh? Would you say for
that type of attitude is why China is beating us now. Okay?
Yeah, what's all about this country's beating us and everything? Are you going to change that when you become president? Are we going to be number one for something?
Yeah. No, nothing in China, no hencho in Mexico.
Yeah. That's the thing. The only thing we're good at is being fat.
I'm sorry.
There's nothing
Josh
wrong
hates when I
with
make
that.
fun of his
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with being fat.
There's nothing wrong. It's a sign of wealth and prosperity. Trump fully endorses the dad bod.
There's nothing wrong with a little junk into Trump, if you know what I'm saying.
Donald Trump supports male and female obesity.
That's right.
Don't quote me on that. I did not say anything about female obesity.
That's true. Don't misquote Trump. He'll sue you for everything you're worth.
It's very litigious.
Now,
does the drapes match the carpet, Donald? Donald?
Whenever I
Do you have outrageous pubic hair? That's what we're getting at.
I like it clean. I like to showcase the tower, Trump Tower.
Trump Tower.
Yeah.
Referring to your phallus
very good.
as the Trump Tower.
Now, what happened to
Does the Trump Tower ever have a problem staying fully erect?
No. Absolutely not. No problem there. No problem with the actual buildings.
Trump-Alice. Have you ever thought of making a male enhancement pill? Trump-Alice.
Yeah, he's hot. So, I understand you ate a Taco Bell earlier, and you had it exchanged. What was your experience like eating the Taco Bell here before you came to the mic?
It looks like he left one of the tacos on his head.
A lot of people like it. A lot of people say, "Oh, diversity." Not for me. You know, I just give me a hamburger, some burgers and fries. The people say Taco Tuesday. I say taco. No way.
Nice European pussy, young pussy. Every 10 years we switch it up, keep it fresh. Yes. No.
Listen, he was talking about No Way Jose, and you bring up that.
Well, he likes young women, isn't that true?
Yes, but he's running for president.
Don't you dump them as soon as they show the first crow around their eyes, Donald? Is that true?
Listen, I run a pageant. I run the ratings. I know what I'm talking about.
You can't help it if they fall in love with you.
I can't.
You're a virile, masculine, beyond wealthy man.
Do you have any questions from the audience? Anybody?
Oh my God, Tony Viejo, do you have something to say?
Yeah, Trump, how do you feel about the relations of time sharing in the comedy cabaret community?
Time sharing?
Brilliant. You want, look at all this space, this beautiful space, the red, the black, sleek, elegant. I like it. You know, you just needs a little gold trim, deck it out, a little decadent. Just class the place up.
Yeah.
You know, we just got to class the place up, the sign, a little bit of lighting, some people. This is great.
People would be great.
It'd be great.
People.
Yeah. Well,
People. How can you get people in here?
You bring a friend.
If you ran this place, how would you get people in here on a Wednesday night?
Classy broads. You mentioned
that's right.
the young broads. I'm talking about trim, gold trim, classy broads in here. It's just
Gold
great
lame?
place up.
Gold lame trim? Pageantry?
All right, we got to wrap this episode
please.
up. We got this guy.
You gotta go.
Thank you so much for doing the show and doing the open mic. I can't believe you got my vote, sir. We would definitely be. I'd definitely be voting for you. And I'm half Cuban.
Bernie Sanders all the way.
Open mic Trump, ladies and gentlemen. On Jackson the Boomer. It would never happen again. Thank you. Hey, yeah, Thursday night here, and you just heard or saw, hopefully both, got it on video, of Open Mic Trump, Jack to the Boomer, episode 7. Last night I went to the cabaret, just thinking I'm going to perform, just hang out, and Darren said, you can host, I need someone to host, and I said, okay, sure, and it was a pretty typical open mic, and the next thing you know, I look at the list, we got a couple comedians left, and it says Open Mic Trump. And that's one of the things I love about open mics. When I used to go to open mics before I started comedy, I just like Patton Oswalt would say, I love seeing the bizarre, freak show, psychotic people that thought they can do comedy. And this guy is actual comedian, just doing a character, obviously. But I really thought it was funny. A comedian by the name of, I hate to break character, but a comedian by the name of Will Fitz, who he goes to the cabaret. He doesn't always go on stage because, you know, he likes to, you know, he's an improv guy as well. And he did the character on stage, and we thought it was a hoot. So after the open mic, we said, hey, let's do a quick Jack to the Boomer. And tonight, he's actually a guest on the Passive Aggressive Hour, which is pretty cool. I was supposed to be in the studio, but I canceled because I do have a math exam to be studying for. At least trying to study for. So that's all that really happened. So I did get some content. You guys know how I always complain and say, oh, nobody does my show. Well, I tried to make some people, and I did. So that's awesome. And listen. Oh, by the way, before I get to the topical news, the girl I was telling you about that I had the dates with, if you guys listen to the show where I had a date with a girl, and we had a couple dates actually. I fucked her in my car last week. And she ignored me the last couple of days. Well, today she texted me out the blue. And I wasn't excited, to be honest. I was kind of like mad. Like, she just texted me, good morning. Like nothing happened. You know, like no, hey, I'm sorry, I've been busy or nothing. So I just deleted her text and ignored her. Because I just don't care at this point in my life. You know, I just don't care. Alright, so we'll talk more about my day in life later on this episode. Any updates? Let's get to the topical news. Lawsuit claims dating app Tinder is ripping people off. Now, Tinder does advertise on there. I do a bit of my act about how I got a match from Tinder that's from Bud Light, which is true. And it's true. Tinder is, you know, listen, I know guys have had success from it. I haven't met one girl up there. I've gotten a few numbers. Maybe it just depends on your looks. I don't know. I think it's all about looks. But, whatever. China's fake Apple stores thrive ahead of new iPhone launch. There was a $1 million winning lottery ticket found in an old pile of mail. So imagine that. $135 million for recover projects arising from the 2010 Gulf oil spill. So we do have stuff going on here. Pope receives warm welcome for first trip to NYC. So God, it looks crowded. New York's already crowded enough, so I can't imagine he's going to be in Philly this weekend. Tour bus crash leaves 4 dead and dozens injured. A bus carrying college students in a duck boat tour vehicle collided in a busy bridge in Seattle on Thursday. The city's fire chief confirmed. So, those tour buses look fun, but like everything else in life, it can be deadly. Chinese president arrives in D.C. for a historic state visit. Xi Jinping landed in Washington to talk to Obama, expected to address issues dividing the two countries. Who does Obama think he is now? Trump? Trying to get these countries together? Over 700 killed in grisly stampede in a religious event. 700, wow. One of the world's largest gatherings took a deadly turn on Thursday. Hundreds were crushed and trampled to death during the Hajj pilgrimage, small act that initiated a tragic event. Rosie O'Donnell just saved her ex-wife's life. Is that because she's not in her life anymore? Oh, suicide. Details, so her ex-wife was going to kill herself, and then you figure if you married Rosie O'Donnell, you would kill yourself too. I know, that's terrible. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. Dexter meets Married with Children. It's a bloody good time, starring James Franco. That looks really weird. Ivanka Trump makes major announcement. She may be making all the headlines lately. She has a big neck. That's a long neck, man. Imagine when she goes down to suck his dick, she looks like a Pez dispenser. Jesus. Watch Johnny Depp rock out live in Rio. He looks weird, man. This guy looks weird. So many girls say he's good looking, and I'm not trying to be gay, but look at this guy. He just looks, he looks weird. But I don't. Once again, I don't know. Marina Barciran is pregnant, and the father is... Who is the father? That sounds like a Maury Povich episode, doesn't it? Alright. Ghost hunting reality stars found dead after standoff. Officials say the death of Mark and Debbie Constantino, who appeared on Ghost Adventures, is directly related. Another killing early Wednesday. So, yeah, that's pretty weird how they're hunting ghosts and now they're dead. That's pretty scary. Polls find stunning number agree with Trump on a big issue. So, Trump, I think, is still in the lead if I'm correct. I was listening to a radio show where they're playing clips of him going at it with other candidates. And he can be vicious. Director's family found dead after kidnapping. Alexandro Monteverde and his wife, model Ali Landry, are in mourning after the bodies of his brother and father were found on September 19th. Tragic events after ransom was paid. So this guy paid a ransom and they still killed his family. That's not fair. That was, if you've seen the movie Dirty Work with Artie Lang and Norm Macdonald, there's a part where Chevy Chase, who plays the doctor, goes, you know, it doesn't make sense. You owe a bookie money, and the bookie still wants to cut off your arm. Kind of like that. Kylie Jenner lands in hot water for an offensive cake. She's 18 now. She hosted a birthday party with a friend over the weekend, and a birthday cake sparked outrage. What was it? What was on the cake? I'm gonna guess hot new pussy. What do you guys think? Oh, it says happy birthday nigga. Now listen, I think the Kardashians, all of them, should be able to say that word. It's not offensive. Because first of all, I think all those girls fuck black guys. The one chick doesn't though. Kylie and Kim do. I don't know Kim and Khloe do. I don't know about Kylie, and I know Kourtney was dating that white guy. But yeah. I think they should be able to say that word. They fuck enough black guys to certainly use it. Professors move in middle of classes warming hearts. DeVry University student Amanda had no choice but to take her almost 2-year-old son to class Monday, and she had no idea he do what he did. Baby's plea instructor couldn't ignore, so the kid was crying, I guess, and he picked him up, and that is really nice, because if I was a professor, I would say, listen, Van's attempt to avoid a ticket landed him in jail. Would have been a $200 speeding citation turned into a felony charge and possibly prison time after the driver made a single phone call. Officer knew something wasn't right. What happened here? I don't know. Man tries to avoid speeding ticket by reporting a fake emergency to 911. Well, it's worth a good try, but now he's in jail now, so you can't fake 911. Let's see. Unlikely star nabs spot on influential list. It looks like, what's her name? Ronda Rousey. She has a very muscular back, which I'm not into. But listen, she's for a chick who's pretty, testosterone-ish and all that stuff. She's pretty, pretty attractive. Aggravated dad's check leaves everybody talking. I saw this on Facebook. Check the school. Teachers of Common Core math. So he's trying to find a way to commiserate with fellow parents. Alright, so that's not it for the show. There hopefully will be some sober or tipsy commentary, interviews, whatever. Anything else you hear, news about my life, if there is any, pretty boring life, you hear about, folks, you gotta keep listening to find out what happens next.
Good afternoon, Penis.
Yeah, ravioli?
Yeah?
Ravioli. Yeah, ravioli?
Yeah.
Ravioli. Ravioli. Ravioli?
Yes, I have ravioli.
Ravioli.
Good afternoon, PNS.
Ravioli. Ravioli. Ravioli.
Yes, I have ravioli. Who is this?
By Jeff. Ravioli?
Who is it?
Jeff.
Jeff?
Yeah, ravioli. Ravioli.
I don't understand you, hon.
Ravioli.
Yes, I have ravioli. What did you want?
Ravioli.
How many?
Ravioli. Ravioli.
I'm not going to answer you.
3.
What did you want?
3.
3?
Ravioli. 3. Could I? Do you have platters?
No, we just sell them in the box.
Oh, $3 then.
3?
Ravioli, yeah.
All right.
Ravioli.
Good afternoon, PNS.
Ravioli.
Hey, listen, are you playing around or what?
No, I want $3 of ravioli.
You'll have to come here and get them.
You didn't tell me that.
Oh, come on.
Ravioli.
Sure you know.
What? Hello?
Oh,
Ravioli.
get off the phone.
Ravioli. I want ravioli.
And good afternoon, PNS.
Ravioli.
Yes.
Ravioli.
Yes, we have raviolis.
3. Ravioli.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ravioli.
Yes, I have 3 raviolis.
Ravioli.
Who is this?
Jeff.
Were you coming in for 3 boxes?
Ravioli. Ravioli.
I said we have raviolis here.
Ravioli.
PNS.
Ravioli.
What do you want? I
Ravioli.
told you we have raviolis.
Ravioli.
I don't know.
I want a ravioli. Please give me ravioli.
PNS.
I want ravioli.
Well, if you want raviolis, get the hell in here.
Ravioli.
PNS.
Chef Boyardee makes ravioli.
Well, then go buy them there.
Can I please get
PNS.
ravioli?
PNS.
Yes, hi. I was wondering what's the address there?
7051 Tarsdale Avenue.
Okay.
Ravioli.
PNS.
Ravioli.
I don't think you're being funny in the least.
What?
Oh, I had 5 phone calls, somebody saying that. Can I help you with anything?
I'm sorry. I was wondering if you have any ravioli.
PNS.
Give me all your fucking ravioli.
Well, I wish you the worst luck you could possibly have.
Fuck you.
PNS.
They keep taking all the ravioli. When am I gonna get any? When?
Think you're funny or something?
No.
Well, then you're a retard.
I want money.
Yes.
Ravioli.
I'll star 69 and I'm going to find out your number.
I'm gonna 69 your ass.
Are you finished?
Excuse me?
Oh, PNS.
Ravioli.
Hey, yeah, Saturday night here, and the Pope is in town, everybody. That's right, the Pope is in town. Last night, I went out to Old City. I met up with somebody new. I met up with Forum. Yes, I know that sounds weird. For the second week in a row, I met somebody random, some random dude. No, it wasn't a date, and no, I'm not gay. Anyways, we had a few beers at this bar. It was really dead. It was only one bar in Old City that had people in it. We went there. We had like 2 beers and just talked. Hung out. We didn't. We're going to talk to some girls, but there wasn't many there. And yeah, that was last night. Old City was very dead. Like the deadest you ever see. It was like ghost town. And it's Saturday, and like I said, the Pope is in town. And last night I was walking by this bar and I saw one of the bouncers I know, and I said, "Fuck the Pope." And he kind of just looked at me and He said, yep, fuck the Pope. Because people are losing businesses. I know some people feel that it's selfish, and yeah, it's only 2 days. You can say, well, it's only 2 days, and yeah, it's true. But, you know, some people rely on Friday and Saturday nights to make their money. And then when you close that down, they're losing money. And I know you say, well, who cares? Well, the person who's losing money cares. And what about the guys like me who go out on Friday and Saturday nights to look for fat skanks to rub their penis on? Should I go lonely for a week because of that? I don't think so. So anyways, that happened. Nothing else is going on. Didn't do much today. This is the best podcast ever. I added some videos to my YouTube channel, Jack Attack. Check that out. Let's get to some topical news. Let's see what else is going on besides the Pope. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about besides the Pope. The Pope. Hillary Clinton plans to cut health costs, including tax credits and more sick visits. Alright. What else is going on? Some of the stuff I talked about on Thursday, there's nothing going on besides the Pope is in Philly. Alright, let's see. The Pope did kiss a boy today. A lot of people making jokes about that. The boy was disabled. And it's not shocking that a priest would kiss a boy, right, everybody? No comedian's doing that joke. The most original joke ever. Zuckerberg makes pledge on Facebook behalf. Facebook CEO explained how a joint endeavor between his company and the United Nations could provide life-alternating aid to people in need. What their partnership could bring. Alright. Michelle Obama was a knockout at the state dinner. And they're saying that because Michelle Obama is wearing this dress. And it's classically cut. Meaning, like, it's not like, you know, it's cut like, usually, like, you know, the dress shows off the whole boobs. You're going to see some of the boobs. And that's why they're saying that she looks, and she is dialed up. You know, she looks good for her age. What's going on? Rihanna is she's in Brazil right now. Rocking in Rio. Also, Sam Smith and Shepard are there. Saudi prince attacked woman for days. Majid Abulazi Assad was arrested Wednesday when a woman ran from his home from this compound after being assaulted. Despicable behavior the victims alleged. So that's just another day at the office in that place, isn't it? Duggar daughter baby dating another reality star. Well, of course, you got to keep your fame up. You might date somebody normal. When you become famous, everybody's boring. You don't even relate to people who are in the public eye, right? She's talking about Pamela Anderson is talking about her former relationship with Tommy Lee. And I'm looking at this picture. I had no clue Tommy Lee was that skinny. He looks like anorexic. I think that's why his cock looks so big. I don't think Tommy Lee's cock was that big. I think he's just so bony. It just looks that big because this guy looks like he's like 50 pounds. Holy shit. He was like anorexic. There's not much going on. It's going to be a short segment. I doubt there's going to be any sober or drunk news tonight, but you never know. Sober commentary or interviews, whatever you want to call it. You hear my mouse clicking? Marina Barcerin's divorce is getting ugly fast. The Homeland star expecting a child with Gotham star Ben McKenzie, and now her ex has plenty to say about it. So, yeah. Okay, so that's it for this segment. Once again, I highly doubt there's going to be any sober or drunk news, but if there is, you'll hear it. And then after this segment, we'll wrap the episode up with some more topical news and odd news and such. This is the most unsuccessful podcast in Philadelphia, but the most consistent. We'll add on as we go along. Keep listening.
About porn, I wouldn't get to see a chick suck off a horse and play with his dick and all types of freaky shit. I wouldn't get to see those fat chicks with oversized tits. I wouldn't be able to see girls get fucked rough. Without porn, there would be no bank bus. That was the very first sight I saw when I got my PC. Without pornography, my dick would have VD. never fucking enough of a hookers when I'm out of material to jerk off to when I'm eating cereal. They say these kids are on MySpace more than these triple X sites. That shit's a disgrace. Without porn, the rape crease would go up, because these fucking perverts' balls would just swell up. Without porn, the $1 billion industry would be a waste, because then everybody would try to make their own sex tape. Without you, without porn, there would be no me. Without porn, there would be no you. Without porn, jerking off. Without no porn, I don't wanna jerk off. Fuck porno max, those things are for facts. I wanna see video that'll make me laugh. Maybe some bitch gagging on a prick, then she gets sick and pukes on his dick. A glory hole vid or a pregnant vid. I wanna see sex in the video, I wanna live. Jerking off. Without no porn, I don't wanna jerk off. Fuck porno max, those things are for facts. I wanna see porn that'll make me laugh. A midget vid or some pee-pee-ish. A guy getting blown while he's taking his shit. I don't get off to this type of porn, I just watch it. And you would too, if you knew the address, so stop it. I don't wanna live in a world without porn. Without porn, you wouldn't get ideas about sexual positions. So when you fucked your little girlfriend, there'd be something missing. Without porn, we all be missing out on a lot. Without porn, there'd be no such thing as a cum shot. Jerking off. Without no porn, I don't wanna jerk off. More pervs who get busted taking pictures on their cell phones of female skirts and dresses when they're walking alone. This is the world would be without pornography. So everyone go out and support the industry. Without porn, man, my heart would be torn, and I don't even think I would wanna be born.
I never wanna see you unhappy.
Nope.
I thought you were the same for me.
Without porn, no way. Without porn, there would be no you. Without porn.
Hey, let's wrap this episode up with some topical news and some odd news and such. Last night I did go down to the city to see what was going on. I walked around Old City, and it was more dead than it was Friday night. A lot of volunteers and army people and everything. So I went back to Northeast. I hung out at this shitty bar in Northeast Philly called Hammerheads. It was terrible. And then I went to this place called Reds on the boulevard, not too far from Cabaret. That bar was actually better. I sat there for 2 hours watching a bunch of guys shoot pool as I got drunk. And it was okay. I didn't hang out with anybody last night, so of course I didn't get any drunk interviews or anything. But I have nothing to talk about. Let's talk about what's going on and wrap this episode up. I just finished editing Jack to the Boomer episode 7 with Open Mic Trump. That was fun. Pope ends U.S. visit with enormous open-air mass. The biggest event of his 6-day U.S. tour. Message of hope he has for victims. Listen, I know a lot of people say, hey, it's only 2 days out of the year, blah, blah, but, listen, once again, I don't have much of a life here, I like to go out and rub my cock on fat girls' butts, alright? World braces for rare supermoon eclipse to unfold. A full moon, a supermoon, and a lunar eclipse will coincide for a few hours Sunday, that's today, and a combination has only happened 5 times since 1900. time to catch the amazing sight. So there's going to be a kind of like a gray gold type moon tonight, I guess. Don't miss Sunday's rare celestial event. It says, when is this going to happen? North America, South America. I don't know if that's going to happen if you're on the East Coast. Who cares? Whatever. Look it up. Time you hear this episode, if you do listen to it, it's going to be over. A new NBC poll released Sunday shows Donald Trump lead twinned it to a virtual tie, leaving some to think his rise may have been stalled. So I don't know if this Trump guy is going to win. I mean, I like the idea of him, but yeah. Fifth student dies in aftermath of deadly bus crash. A 20-year-old woman who was on board a duck boat that swerved into the charter bus in Seattle died Sunday. So I talked about this before. There's another, so that's a total of 5 students who have died. A woman thought homeless man looked familiar. Deanna Kim was snapping photos of people living on the streets when she came across a very familiar face. Man's true identity made her cry. So was this guy like famous or something? He kind of looks like Bruce Lee. Oh, she saw her dad. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine if you saw somebody and you thought, wow, this person looks familiar. That's my dad! So that's pretty sad. Star reveals he is HIV positive from Who's the Boss on Who Are They Now. Is it Tony Danza? Because that would be sad if it's Tony Danza. No. Danny Pintaru. He's HIV positive. So, yeah. Let's see what's going on here. Horrors inside Oklahoma jail still keep nerves at night. A woman who worked in a company provided health care to inmates. Oklahoma County Jail pulled back the curtain on the abuse no one sees. It was so dramatic. Kind of reminds me of Oz. That show was kind of weird because they had no cameras, you know, which doesn't make any sense. Michelle Obama and Beyonce hit the stage together, and Beyonce, she is a queen, pretty much. I mean, really. I mean, if you don't like her, she's considered a black, light-skinned, black queen. Because she's just on top of the world, I guess you can say. Cindy Crawford, teenage daughter, is stunning. That's kind of weird. She's only 14 years old. Even if she's cute, you don't want to say stunning. That sounds like guys want to fuck her already. Ben Carson toots bizarre friendship with a major celebrity. Hip-hop icon he's tied to. And Kanye. Oh, that's surprising. There was no episode today of iOS. There hasn't been in about 2 months. So the show's over. I told you guys before I like doing the show, but then I don't like doing the show. So if it's over, it was a good run. But nobody promotes the show anyway, so who cares? I like doing it, but whatever. Mom's bold move after insult in cafe makes headlines in case you missed it. Diane and her young daughter were in line for coffee at a donuts at Tim Hortons when a customer began calling her names. Reaction is not what you guess. So, and I click on the story, and it leads to four other stories. And I guess she didn't say anything. Just this person was calling her names, and she just sat there and took it. NFL cheerleaders shed light on their earnings per game. Well, how much do you think a cheerleader should make? Once again, they don't help the team score. Serena stuns in a sexy one-piece swimsuit. Once again, they have to prove that they're sexy. And listen, Jamie Foxx finds them attractive, and I don't know a lot of people who do. Shutdown of male escort website sparks outrage. And it's a bunch of old homos. Rentboy.com. Now, the word boy is kind of misleading. I mean, rent a stud or something, I understand. Rent a boy, that sounds like a priest would go to. Rent a boy successfully operated for nearly 20 years, but Department of Homeland Security shuttered it in August. Claims made by protesters. It says, sex workers prosecutions kills joy. We see your sex panic. Sex work is not a crime. By these weird guys holding signs. So that's pretty strange. Let's see. Report sheds light on fatal Freddie Gray incident. So that's always going to be remembered. Let's get to some odd news and topical news, and we will throw this episode in the can as another failed podcast episode attempt here at the show. Man tries to kill a spider with a lighter, and he starts a gas station blaze. It kind of reminds me of that scene of Night and Living Dead. Remember that girl tried to shoot the lock open and it blew the whole thing open? Is your bun making you bald? Is your man bun making you bald? Okay. Missing Dennis the Menace statue returns after 11 years. Mr. Wilson! I never liked that show, did you? I didn't like the show or the movie. Super Freak Bandits rob bank disguised as Rick James and Youngblood. So it was like a Halloween kind of celebration. Congressman Bob Brady wets whistle while Pope's drinking glass. Oh, with the Pope's drinking glass, so he drank out of the Pope's glass. So he now has teenage boy cock on his mouth. New Jersey school suspends an 8-year-old girl for wearing a lighter shade of green. So it has to be a very specific shade of green, or they will suspend you, even if you're an 8-year-old girl. Ninja dog defies gravity, runs straight up a tree to nag a frisbee. And this is amazing, the picture. This dog is all the way up on the tree. Woman finds a boiled rat in a Hawaii market. And it is disgusting. I'm gagging right now. See the water glass trick the whole internet is talking about. Okay, I'll watch that later. Playing on the show, what's that going to do for me? Plane lands in busy intersection during rush hour. And I see the picture, and there is a plane on the freeway. Man feared dead long Pennsylvania highway was just napping. Man feared dead. Oh, he looked like he's dead. He has a book over his head, but he was just sleeping. Hungry humpback spotted miles up the Columbia River. Badass mouse is not afraid of a cat. What else we got going on? Prisoner's escape fails when bedsheet rope falls apart. I got some weird stuff going on. This is pretty cool stuff. What else do we got here? Chocolate factory worker makes bomb threats so he can get fired. Alright. Burrito blamed for bus crash. This guy was eating a burrito in a bus crash and he blamed it on that. That's pretty cool. Is there anything else going on? Domino's accidentally delivers $1,300 of cash instead of chicken wings. And let me guess, the person returned it? Oh my god. I really don't think I'm a good person. You can catch crabs on the subway, and it shows a bunch of crabs on the subway. Driver allegedly leaps from moving car to escape a spider and causes a crash. So spiders have been causing a lot of car accidents and stuff. If you see a spider, you don't freak out. You don't blow yourself up. You don't die over it, okay? Man who blamed robberies on evil twin singled out for stiff print send. So this guy claims he has an evil twin. Man poses for a mugshot in his stolen sweatshirt and gets arrested again. Well, that was some fun stuff right there. Thank you if anybody listened to this whole thing. I'm pretty sure nobody did. And I'll see you guys on the next one. It's JoshCast, your favorite podcast show that you don't listen to. I'm out.
You have just listened to the world's most awful podcast show, JoshCast.